Well, hello, good morning. It's about 7:20 on Sunday, something of September. I can't remember the date, to be honest. I'll put it on the screen down there when I get home. I'm just off on a 200-kilometre DIY audax, and this one is a route I got off a friend of mine called Ian Negus. He lives in Bristol and he also designs his own DIYs. What was great about it was it passed within 200 yards of my house in Bath, so I just tweaked the start and finish to my house. First rode this about a month ago and I really like it. It goes down into South Somerset. It's an area I know quite well, but what's great about riding other people's routes is they just take a slightly different method of getting through villages I thought I knew quite well, so I saw it all from a different perspective. And what I really liked about this is I came back through Frome. I was on the home straight, about 10-15 miles to go, and you get in this sort of fixed mindset going through places like Bristol or Frome. Oh, you know, I've gone wrong a few times over the years, I know the best way to get through now, and you tend to sort of stick to that route. So both in Bristol and especially in Frome near the end, I turned up the side road and I thought, where's he going? I don't know this. And it really took me on a new way. It got me out of that fixed mindset, you know, into a different way of getting through Frome, because I normally head straight for Bath. And to make the distance up here, and had gone out to Buckland, and then dropped down into Wellow. Been away most of the week down in Plymouth and Devon, so today's the only chance I've got to ride this week. And there's definitely a nip in the air this morning. It's got that autumnal feel to it. I'm starting to carry gloves and a thin hat now as well, just in case I have to sort of warm up just first thing in the morning and last thing in the evening. So looks like it's going to be quite clear and sunny today, so I'm going to be on my way now. Love riding through the centre of Bristol. You can probably see even the underpasses have quite good street art in them. Bristol's renowned as being one of the street art capitals of the UK, and I came across an article recently where there were 25 masterpieces hidden down side streets, and one of my projects over the winter is probably going to be identify them, where they all are, the locations, try and link them up into a ride and maybe film it. So here's one example of some pretty good street art, literally just a couple of 100 yards along from that underpass, Hendricks. Just realised it's the Bristol half marathon today. All the streets are about to be closed off, so I need to get through quite quickly. So riding across the pancake flat Somerset levels, just about to come into Yatton. Going to stop at a cafe there that I really like. This actually coincides with the start of the Strawberry Line cycle track. A bit more when we get there. So it's 10 to 10. I've just stopped at the Strawberry Line Cafe on Yatton Station. So a really nice community village here actually. Full of cyclists, walkers, locals as well. It's a great place to stop. Coming off the main line, this would have been the old Yatton down to Wells branch line. And because it passed through Cheddar, and one of the main commodities it supplied and transported up to London was Cheddar strawberries, it's often referred to as the Strawberry Line. And the cycle path now is actually named the Strawberry Line, so I'm going to be riding down there for a few miles. As you can see, with like a lot of old railways that have been converted into cycle paths, they're actually really nice green corridors through countryside. It's coming along here, this particular section of the Strawberry Line a couple of years ago with a few mates. And one of them, Denise, she actually went down. She was taken down by a badger which just ran in front of her. Nobody's fault, it could have been any of us, it just happened to be Denise. So yeah, lots of wildlife along here. It's now 11:40, and after leaving the Strawberry Line cycle path, I passed through Sandford, skirted round the edge of Cheddar, then through Wedmore, and I've just climbed up this little ridge of hills overlooking the southern Somerset levels. Got these lovely views across there. Quantock's in the very far distance. Then there's the South Somerset Ridge where I'm sort of pretty much heading to. So a little bit about Ian's route and why I like it so much. It's roughly, plotted on the map, it's roughly in the shape of a pentagon. I guess more of a Monopoly house actually, a square with a pointed roof on the top as it goes through Bristol. So I'm now on the left hand downward leg heading towards the South Somerset villages and then heading through Castle Carry, and then it loops back up through the Stourhead estate, so a little bit more en route. Well, it's now 20 to 12 and I've just turned the bottom right hand corner of my house shape, so I'm now actually running, if you can imagine, along the ground floor of it. I will be. I'm just skirting around the edge of Langport and Higham. So halfway along that ground floor, if you can imagine the plan of a house, is the town of Summerton. I think it's the ancient capital of Somerset. I'll confirm that when I get there. But that's where I'm going to head for lunch. It's a nice place to chill out. It's got a lovely sort of town square. And this next section, I just absolutely love this. Here's a cyclist coming along the other direction. Look. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah, superb section, this next bit coming up. So speak again at Summerton. So it's just gone 10 past 1 and I'm now at Summerton, sunny Summerton actually. I'm going to sit in the village square and have my lunch by this really nice war memorial. I'll get a picture of that in a minute. There's an information board here, the 7th century royal capital of Somerset. I knew there was something along those sort of lines. The church is 13th century. And the 17th century market cross is just over there. I love this First World War memorial. Always sort of feel bad about looking like in war memorials, what they symbolise, but that really is a gorgeous one. Head down in respect, so I'm going to remove my hat now and have my lunch. So one of my main memories of Summerton over the years was my mate Nick. He's now based in Boston on the east coast of America, but he was a mathematical engineering student at Bristol, so a lot of the summer we would sort of like tour together, and we were sat here one day, I vividly remember this, and there was this almighty roar. And someone said to us, oh yeah, you always get that from Yeovilton, which is a few miles down the road, when the Harriers do a vertical lift and landing. I guess the wind must have been blowing. And you know, Nick sort of described to me, you know, that most aircrafts, you know, they use their engines to get horizontal speed, and then, you know, the shape of the wings gives them sort of aerodynamic lift. That is just pure jet power lifting it and landing it. So yeah, all that comes sort of flooding back here. It's amazing how places can activate memories actually. So I've just dropped down out of Summerton, a couple of cyclists there going the way I'm going to be going. This is another bit of the route I really like. I've ridden along this road for so many years, normally head round that way, and I see that road up there and think, oh thank goodness I don't have to go up there. It's one of those psychological relief moments. So like I said this morning, it's really forced me out that sort of mindset to always go around here to avoid going up there. I've been missing out on this network of lanes round that way for so many years, and you know, I'm never too proud to admit that I'm wrong, and you know, I wish I'd known about that years ago, but riding someone else's event has actually forced me on some new roads, and really nice roads they are as well, so I'm going to head round there now. Well, it's coming up to 4 PM now, and I'm on this really nice network of lanes running parallel to the very busy A303. It's over there about half a mile. You may just be able to hear it, very, very busy and loud. Just passed through South Cadbury, which is the reputed home of Camelot Castle. So I said earlier on, I was on a network of lanes running parallel to the busy A303. Well, I'm just about to pass underneath it now. There you go. And Having driven my motorbike back from Plymouth the other day, I went down on the M5. I wanted to come back a different way, so I came up the A30 and then the A303. I know that is a motorway in all but name, to be honest. And it's been widened and built up over the years to accommodate more traffic. So in effect, it's the main London to the West Country and Cornwall trunk road. Where it goes through agriculture, they just buy the land and widen the road. Big lorry. Where it goes through towns, they tend to put bypasses in. And there's a fantastic example of that coming up in just a second, actually. I'm now passing through the village of Borton, just south of the Stourhead estate. I'm going to be turning left soon. But this is the original A303. I mean, the bypass has been veers off to the right, and it deviates right around the village. You can actually hear it in the distance. But it's just so hard to even visualise, even 1960s traffic coming through here, you know, in the middle of the summer on its way down to Cornwall, especially at today's rate. It just wouldn't move. It would be bumper to bumper. So yeah, find this bit of the old A303 quite fascinating. There's a garage just down there. I'm going to stop and get a soft drink. So I'm just stopping here at the last little break before I head back to Bath. It's a golf garage, it's a post office attached and also a mace store, so they're all changed, but I always stop here just to try and sort of keep a little village economy going, really, because, you know, they may be a big change but it's still employing local people, and if, you know, basically if nobody uses it, they won't keep it open. So even though there's a tap here I can fill up with water and there's toilets as well, it's a great stop. I always try and buy something in the shop. So in just a second I'll be doing that left hand turn and then heading up through the Stourhead estate down into the south of Frome, and then this nice little wiggle through Frome I mentioned earlier on, down to Bucklandinham, and then the last little drop over Wellow down into Wellow. That is actually quite spectacular. Then I'll be getting on the 2 Tunnels Greenway at Wellow stables, riding that more or less right back to my house. So I'm now heading north from the village of Zeals up to Stourhead. You've got this lovely open landscape with some chalk hills just over there. Looking over towards the village of Mere. Just love this. Lovely avenue of trees. That's a classic current shot. The sun's down on my left shoulder, so I'm getting my shadow and silhouette on the right hand side of the road. Just looking over at some balloons hovering over the Longleat estate. There's another one down there as well, wondering if there's some sort of event on there. It's a lovely evening. Now the sun's behind me and the shadow's in front of me. The fantastic bit of Ian's route that is new to me, coming into the south of Frome, and there's this lovely little, it's obviously an old road which has been gated and is now a footpath and cycle path, just gets you off a really busy main road. Again, been here for years by the look of it. I wasn't aware of it until about a month or so ago. So, what a cracking way to come into Frome. I've literally just landed in it from within a couple of 100 yards of getting on that road. I'm now on these back streets getting through the outskirts of Frome. I just love this bit. I would have never found this by myself. About a mile from the centre of Frome here. This is gorgeous. So I dropped down into this little small valley. The sun was setting and everything was just bathed in this lovely bright orange sort of sunlight. It's gorgeous. Bit of a pull up here, and then I'll be heading over towards Bucklandinham, final climb over towards Falkland, and then drop down to Wellow. Just coming past Great Elm Pond on the way to Bucklandinham. I forgot it came past here actually. This road's got so many things going for it. I really can't recommend it highly enough. Bit of a steep route out of it, but then it's mostly flat before the drop to Wellow. Just crossing the main road at Bucklandinham, actually that bell always looks very cosy and inviting. Going to go down that road then I've just come out opposite Tucker's Grave. I'm going to turn left on this road, about a mile or so, then take a right hand turn, drop down into Wellow. Well, I'm now in the village of Wellow. As you can see, it's actually quite dark now. It's just gone 8 o'clock. Coming down from Falkland down to Wellow, it's quite tricky even in the daytime, so I sort of it's quite cautious coming down there. I tried to phone Linda a while back just to let her know I was running a bit later than anticipated. I've got this pay-as-you-go phone, and you know, just for taking cycling. Damn it, I've got no credit, so I'm going to push on in a minute, try and get home as quick as possible now. Actually, I don't want her worrying about me. So it's now 8:35. I've just come off the Two Tunnels Greenway. I'm literally a few hundred yards from my house. So the ride has been absolutely fantastic. This really is a route I'd recommend to anybody. So there's a Bristol start or a Bath start, or be honest, because it's in effect a circuit, pentagon, you could start and finish it anywhere you like, really. Well recommended. There's so much of interest. The southern half really gets it for me, actually, but all of it's got things of interest. I'll sign off then until next time.